Everybody, this is Ted Macklin at Oak Hill Farm. I'm here and looking at our figs. Our figs are a little overgrown, to say the least, and also they're recovering from a really hard freeze that we had. My grandmother planted these figs probably 30 or 40 years ago, and they were mostly killed by a really hard freeze winter of 2014-15. So I'm trying to reclaim these. I'm going to be doing some pruning. Alright, I'm back. Here you can see I have gone through and removed everything, most of the things that were obviously dead. Things aren't as bad as I had thought they were. So we have suckers here coming up from the roots. All these are fig suckers coming up. And over on this side we have entire branches that are still alive. This one has a dead piece on it. This one's good. This one's good. Here we have a fork. It doesn't look great, but it's got some good figs out of the end. I'm going to clean this up a little bit more, taking out stuff that's obviously dead. Alright, here I've cut out most of the dead wood, so what you see here is live. Normally, at this point, I would go through and try to cut out all of the branches that cross each other, or at least thin out the branches that cross each other. Trying to make sure that this is getting light inside, and I am going to do that. I'm going to be a little less aggressive about it than I normally would have, just because I'm a little gun shy after losing so much of this to the cold. But the ones that I cut off, I'm going to save and try to use for propagating this fig. I've got another one over here that is not cleaned up yet. This one was killed back mostly to the ground, and everything that's coming up in here is suckers. So lots of suckers coming up. I'm going to pick just a few of those and try to train them upright. This fig, or cluster of figs, I've got pruned back to just live wood, and I've shaped it up a little bit so that what's left is really where I want it to be. I cut out all of the suckers in this section. I left some of them here because the one branch on this part of the fig that looks like it's still going after multiple years is not looking so hot, and it's growing out toward the chicken yard, and I would like to have something growing from the base out in this direction. So hopefully one of those suckers that's left will look particularly healthy. I'll trim everything else back and we'll get one nice branch coming out in this direction. Off on this side, what looks like a little thicket, it's actually a cluster of figs. There's one here that's all suckers. One here that's all suckers. The blue thing there, hello cat. The blue thing that's there is a can of some sort of hair product that is actually grown into the roots have grown around that. I can't actually pull it out. And a third cluster over here. This one I've cleaned up a good bit. As you can see, I don't know if this will show up on the video. This root here that looks kind of hairy, that's poison ivy. That was growing entirely through this. I had to clear all that out. I'm going to go through and clear out some of these suckers, and the ones that are left over the course of the next